Hey, my beautiful followers, how is everyone doing this morning on this beautiful Friday? That's not quite so beautiful here. It's kind of cold and chilly in Texas. We had this rainstorm and it really cooled everything off. And I had this amazing staycation day planned for myself. I was gonna get a good margarita, and I was gonna pop into the pool, and I was gonna suntan. I was gonna go hiking, but it's just a little too cold for that. So my staycation plans are changing it up today. Definitely. I already found another adventure to go and do, and to enjoy something that is open since I am in Texas, thankfully. So gonna go do that. So if you keep an eye out on my page today, you will see it. You will see my adventure of the day, and then I probably will do some luxuriating in the bath and some connecting with some friends and things. So it's going to be a good day. Not the day I planned, but definitely a good day. And I started out with my juice cleanse. I'm still doing the juice cleanse. So enjoying my juice and a nice walk before some yoga. Get my yoga on and then go and have some fun adventures. And that's somewhat of the topic for today. It's not adventures, but the last few days, yesterday I did something on boring, and how boring is really a choice in our lives. And today I really want to talk about this feeling and this emotion of meh in our life, because it keeps coming up. It keeps coming up in all my clients, and I'm noticing right now this low level, there's a lot of my clients, they're not doing bad, but they're like, I'm meh, Addison, I'm okay, I'm mediocre, I'm like meh. And it was interesting because I was having a beautiful session with a man yesterday, and he's like, I'm okay being meh, I'm okay. And I was like, that's great. But you've created a ceiling for yourself. You've created this pleasure ceiling of meh. When meh is your ceiling, there becomes an issue in your life. Because when we create this level of meh, of being in the middle, like not being bad, not being great though, what we end up doing is the only way we can go is down. There's nowhere else to go for meh, is down. If meh is your ceiling, if meh is where you're like, no, I'm okay, I'm fine. I have a friend who hates the word fine. Hates. He hates it because he jokes with his girlfriend saying when you say the word fine, I know you're not fine. You're never fine. You're never actually doing great. I want to hear I'm great. But if you're fine, you're meh, you're in this middle zone, and that is your ceiling, that is your high point, then all you have to do is go down. You have no place else to go. And so many of us are doing this now and do this in our daily lives, because this isolation quarantine thing, all it is doing is shining a light. It is shining that light on us to see where we are settling, where we are not willing to push in, where are we not dealing with our emotions, where are we not dealing with our relationships. Hold on, juice break. And so there is this level of, if we are in this middle ground, and that is our high point, then we are going to fall. We're going to fall because guess what? Emotions go like this. We do have some ebb and flow. No emotion are we ever like this on. And if you're trying to stay like this, then you are fighting against human nature. You're fighting against the human emotional system. We need contrast. We need the good. We need the bad. But I've recently been talking to so many people and been just in the world noticing that a lot of people are scared to go to the high points. They're scared to have this beautiful joy and excitement and adventure because they're afraid to fall. They're afraid to fall. They're afraid to fail. They're afraid that they're not going to make it. They're like, yeah, I see that, Addison, but I'm good right now. If I just stay in meh, I'm okay. I'm not in any danger. I'm scared of the high point. I'm scared of that high point because if I don't reach it, then I'm going to be upset. Well, guess what? At the end of your life, you're going to be upset if you don't have any of these high points, if you don't have the love, the joy, the passion, if you didn't have those moments. And I'm going to start walking for a moment. And so in love, this shows up all the time. I have lots of clients. Well, not lots of clients. Well, I have lots of clients that deal with this, but I see this in my daily life as well. And that is this feeling of, I've lost love before. I've gotten hurt before. So we don't want to go there. I'm scared to go there. If I go there, then I'm going to get hurt again. And the truth is, you're going to get hurt again. You're going to get hurt in your life. Like, that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, because that's your ego. Because you're going at some point, somebody is going to not give you what you want. Your ego is going to get in the way. Welcome to being a human. Congratulations. If I had both hands available, I would clap for you. But I'm holding my thumb. So I think back to that phrase, like, it's better to have loved and lost than to never loved at all. And in the midst of heartbreak, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear, well, it was better to love than and lost and to have never loved before. But the truth is, that's not true. That's not true. At least you had that time. At least you had that love. At least you've had that experience. And life is about experiences. It's about the experiences and learning from them and feeling them, not just having them, not just going on the adventure, not just having the romance, but feeling it, to really enjoy it and get in there and live it. I think of, so my friend, and I remember years ago looking at this friend's relationship and going, this is a fucking amazing relationship. Like, they have a fairy tale relationship. This is what all should strive for. I thought, they're going to be together forever. This is a forever kind of love. And it wasn't. It didn't end up being, I think it was a forever kind of love, but they ended up going their separate ways. I won't get into that because that's not my business. But they ended up going their separate ways. And I was like, wow, but look at the years that they had. And at that time, my friend was not happy about, like, losing this relationship. She was quite upset. But I looked at it now and I go, wow, look at all the beautiful experiences this person had. Look at the joy, look at the bliss, look at the fun. Look at the fun even outside. Look at the love, look at the passion. And that friend put her pleasure ceiling up here. Yeah, now this is her stability point. This is where she expects all relationships to get to. But guess what? It's a little windy. Guess what? She had all this beautiful experience, all this love come in, and we all have this. This is just one example. We all have this love, these experiences. It's open to us. But so many of us hide from it. We fear it. We don't want to go there. We're like, what happens if this all falls apart? So we create this ceiling of meh. We create this ceiling of, I'm going to just be safe. I'm not going to risk. I'm not going to be vulnerable. I'm not going to step fully in. I'm not going to let the love in. What happens if I look like an idiot? What happens if my heart gets broken? And we go into fear instead of living. And when all this COVID stuff started, I heard all these people talking about the fact that they were so scared. They're like, so much fear. And they're like, I'm not going to talk to my friends. I'm going to, like, stay really, really bottled in. I'm going to do all this crazy ass stuff to avoid getting it. Instead of just being smart, like taking precaution, but this massive amount of fear. And I went, so if you got it, are you going to want to spend the last few days of your life in complete fear and complete anxiety and really hating on the world? Or are you going to want to spend the last few days of your life, yes, being cautious, but also living and loving and enjoying life? I've gotten so many messages from people saying, how could you be enjoying your life right now? Like it's wrong. It's wrong to be enjoying your life. It's wrong to be going on adventures and doing things that really fill you. You should be in fear. I have one person in my life who continues to show me, want to tell me all this negativity going on in politics and going on in the world right now. And I'm like, I hear it. I see it. I'm not blind to it. I'm very much in staying in awareness, but I also don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to live in the meh. I don't want to live in the fear. But so we choose this so often. We choose this so often, and a lot of times we don't even realize when we're choosing the meh. We don't even realize when we're choosing this middle ground, and that is our ceiling. That is our ceiling. That is our high point. Instead of going, no, I'm going to go risk. I'm going to go risk. And yes, I might get hurt. Yes, it might be silly. Like today, I'm going to go do an adventure that I've not done before. And I'm like, yeah, I might look kind of stupid. And it might be boring. And it might not end up being worth it. But guess what? There is this beautiful opportunity for it to be so much fun and so worth it. And everything I ever desired too. And so, yes, you might get heartbroken. Yes, you might fail at that goal you're trying to get to. But at the end of the day, there's an opportunity for you to get so much more out of it. Yes, you might fail. Guess what? You're going to fail as a human. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we expand. If we're not failing, then we're not growing. We're not moving forward in any way. We don't see our failures and learn from them and step forward with them. You might get heartbroken. Guess what? We hurt people in love all the time. All the time. We're human. We're human. But the opportunity for beautiful growth and expansion and love and these beautiful feelings, these amazing feelings within us are possible. But if you choose to close your ceiling at meh, then there's no possibility. There's no possibility if you're not reaching up, if you're settling. And there's so much settling going on right now. There's so much settling happening in the world right now. And I'm asking everybody really to open their eyes right now and go, where am I settling? Where am I settling in relationships? Where am I settling in my vibration? Where am I settling and going, well, just that's how it is. That's how it is. Guess what? If you're telling yourself that's the way it is, that's the way it's going to be. And that's the way it's going to continue to fucking be until you decide that you don't want it to be that way. Until you want to expand out. Until you choose a different path. And that different path starts in your head. That different path starts in you making a decision. I got crazy hair going on with this wind. That path is you changing your belief structure. You changing even how you experience something. Because sometimes there are things outside of our control. There are things that come to us and you're like, okay, like I really can't change that. I can't really change that. Like right now I can't change the whole world being in lockdown because of COVID. But I can change my perception of it. I can change how I'm looking at it. I can change how I'm perceiving it into my reality. I can change what I'm choosing to focus on. Juice break. But it is a choice. So sometimes that choice is happening within ourselves. And so where are you settling? We are taught from a young age to settle. We're taught from a young age to settle. I remember being a dance teacher years ago. And I was a dance teacher for part of my profession when I was going through grad school and things. I taught little kids dance. I danced until I was 28. So I loved dance. But I remember teaching these little kids. And right now I look back and I go, oh my goodness, did I really say that? They would always fight over their little stickers or stamps at the end. I'd be like, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. And I remember saying this to kids and I look back and I go, that's a lesson to a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old of you just need to settle. You need to be okay with what you get. And there is a level of just noting your blessings and like being okay with what you've got right now in your life and loving it. But then there also is this message of settling. And so where are you settling in your relationships? Where are you deciding that you can't have more and thus you don't get more? Where have you gotten a belief system about yourself of like, I can't be happy, I can't have what I desire in my life? And where are you setting that ceiling? Where are you setting that pleasure ceiling? Because this is a beautiful time. Like every day is a beautiful time. It's not just with the COVID stuff. It's any day, any day. It's a beautiful time to decide that you're done with that shit, because it's shit. When you are done settling, when you are like, I'm going to make a better life for myself. I'm going to choose a different vibration. I'm going to choose different emotions. I'm going to choose different focus points. Going to choose different focus points. I'm not going to listen to the old belief structures in my head. And meh is not fucking okay. Meh is not okay. Now, I don't want you to get the impression that peace is not a good thing. There are times when just like a sensation of peace is beautiful. I know lots of people though that is their ceiling. Peace is their ceiling, and I go, that's a horrible ceiling. That's a horrible ceiling. Peace should not be a beautiful ceiling. Peace is a feeling, is right above meh. Peace is like right here. It's boredom and peace. Those are our middle vibrations, and sometimes that's gorgeous. If you have a moment and you're just like, oh, like I'm just in peace right now, that can be beautiful, and that can be a moment to really soak in and really breathe in. But if that is your high point, if you are living in just peace and there's nothing that stirs you, nothing that brings love, joy, passion, that isn't peace. Love, joy, passion, that's not peace. That is forward movement. That is higher energy, higher vibe energy. And so if you are like, no, I'm just going to live a peaceful life, you're going to live a boring as fuck life. Like, you're going to be bored, because those two vibrations are so close together. Sometimes it's okay to be in a state of peace, because that's a point of receiving, of getting new desires in and still being good. But if that's where you're living, you need to really reevaluate where you can bring in the passion, the love, the play, the adventure into your life. Where can you bring in that forward movement of desire? So I feel like I've talked about this enough today. So look at where you have created meh as your ceiling. And is that really how you want to live the rest of your fucking life, with meh as your ceiling? Or do you want to pull in love and passion and joy? And I'm not saying even in any specific way, but do you want to tap into that stuff right now, right here, today? I hope so. I hope so. If you're following me and you've been watching me for a while, you're one of my tribe. If you're one of my tribe, then you want more. And you want the love, the joy, the passion. You want to live. So let's get living. Let's get living, guys. Side note, today is the last day that you can do the fast track coaching program. Join. That is 2 30-minute sessions with me individually at a very low cost. You can find that at addisonbell.net. I'm not going to say any more about that. Other than that, if you want to work with me one-on-one in a deeper dive program, if you want to find that joy, that passion, that relationship, that hot, fiery sexing, then reach out to me at addisonbell.net under my application and work with Addison. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm going to go have a fucking fantastic day myself and go on some adventures and play and just enjoy. So I hope you do the same. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.